Hey there. So I just wanted to make a quick video on elbow issues. As an obstacle coach and athlete, I have experienced them myself, and I just got back from a competition and actually witnessed somebody who might have torn something in their elbow. They felt an actual pop right in the outside there, although the pain was more medial and they had some tingling running down into the ring finger and their pinky. So I wanted to talk about that specifically because sometimes as a obstacle athlete, we are working, not sometimes, all the time, we should be working on improving our grip strength, and a lot of people aren't always doing it correctly. So let me show you. If this were a bar that we are holding onto, we want to make sure that the bar is in the meat of the hands as you grasp it. So if this is weights that you're lifting, you want to hold it like this as well. If you're dead hanging and your grip starts to fatigue, then what's going to happen is you're going to start rolling out into this position. And a lot of ninjas can hold on like that for a very long time. But if you're someone who has had an elbow injury or is just getting into training and you haven't built up that fingertip grip strength that rock climbers typically have, that ninjas have when we work on the campus board and we work on specific cliffhanger holds that are fingertips only, that takes a lot of time to build that strength up. And so you could end up causing some inflammation. It might just bother you a little bit over time. It's going to build. So if you do it here and there and allow adequate recovery time between workouts, you might be okay. You might get away with it. But if you continue to train that way, it's gonna start causing some problems. And you will notice typically some sort of sensation in the funny bone or some sort of tingling in the arms or a weakness. And part of that issue is the muscles that run along this section of your arm are significantly weaker, and in that extended position, that's what you're using, that's what you're relying on. They can't hold probably more than 30% of the strength that the rest of your hand can hold when you're in a full grip position. So what can you do? If you're doing dead hangs, make sure you're staying on that bar properly the whole time. You start to fatigue, it's time to drop off. If you're doing any kind of weight training, say pull-ups, deadlifts, barbell rows, things like that, make sure you're holding on to that bar properly. Pay attention to how you feel during your training session as well as after your training session. And then the more intense training that you do, the more time, especially if you're an older athlete like myself, the more time you want to have between sessions, as well as the more time you want to put into your warm-up. So there's a quick tip for you on how to avoid elbow injuries that are usually going to be caused by what you're doing with your training, so that you don't end up doing that to yourself, and you can play hard and really enjoy obstacle sports, whether it's Ninja Warrior, Spartan, or Tough Mudder, or anything out there. It's a great way to exercise and a great way to have fun.